Cashamaniacs.
Geo Gearheads.
Well, welcome to Geo Gearheads. Can you believe this is episode 390? If my math is right, we're 10 away from episode 400. I am Chris of the Northwest, along with our illustrious host, Daryl W4.
Hey, welcome back, Chris. We've got a great show tonight. Everyone's been talking about it, it seems. So why don't we get right to it? And that's going to be with Jim and Andy of the Waysiders. Welcome back.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks, Daryl and Chris. We're excited, and it's always fun to come on your show.
And of course, we're talking about one of my favorite events, which I'm always annoyed that I don't get to go to every year. And that's going caching, in this case, 2019. It'd be nice if I could go to 2019 every year, but you know, you have a different
You
one.
get bored with the same event over and over and over.
No, because it gives us a chance to get better at it.
Oh.
See, it's kind of like playing the levels of the game over and over again. Eventually, you'll master it.
It's like Groundhog Day, though.
This is true.
Do you watch
that mean that I wouldn't have to go back to work?
Or you go to work every day.
Ooh.
And do the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I do enough of that already.
You know, now it's interesting every year, and I'm excited for this year. But you know what? That means they've got to up the ante again for next year. And I don't know how they do it year after year, but Jim and Andy, you seem to do it every year. I'm pretty sure it's not just you, but I'm thinking you've got a crew with you.
We do. We have a crew. They're called the Going Caching Crew. There's about 38 members, and they're the ones that actually bring everything to life and make it happen.
Nice.
Yeah, we sort of just sit around and come up with a few puzzles and ideas, and we just steal stuff left and right. I mean, we'll watch a television show or a movie, or one of the crew will mention something, and we take off with it. And But the crew makes it all happen. They put it all together. It's a tremendous amount of fun. And when you were talking about the groundhog thing, see, one thing we all love doing, the whole crew, is just when you think you've got the going caching figured out, we change it up on you a little bit. So, the newcomers, they're kind of wondering what's going to happen next. But then when you start to think you got it, we'll throw the curve at you.
Nice. So that's all you're doing is just throwing a wrench in the works, and you're letting the other 38 carry the load, right?
Oh, that's exactly right. In fact, last 2017, the pre-event shirt or puzzle shirt that Daryl has on right now, our logo that year was a red wrench.
Very interesting. Yeah. Now, Jim, you're saying yes. Andy shaking her head no.
I'm not really shaking my head no, just kind of in disbelief here. Have you seen this hat?
Yeah. Coon and Bud like it. They say nice hat, Jim.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to explain this. We going coastal before going caching, we started in Savannah, which many people do know. And that was 2010. 2011 was the first year we actually built a pirate ship stage, and that was the first year that we did our Friday night play, which was we're not actors, we're geocachers, right? but we've got one ringer, Jackson, who he does the heavy lifting on stage, and we all just follow his lead. But anyway, this hat goes back to the first stage play we did in 2011. So we're bringing pirates back, and so I dusted off the old hat and feel silly wearing it, but hey, it's me.
Well, you get an eye patch to go with it, and nobody's gonna think you're silly,
right?
Exactly
Everyone's going to be staring at that going, where is the secret that I need from that for this puzzle?
Oh.
Is that the key somehow?
Yeah. There's little clues everywhere.
Not really. Not really.
Nice.
So before we go much further, so people can put it on their calendars if they haven't already, when is the event? And I don't think we've even told people yet where it is.
Yes, it's going to be in Rome, Georgia. And it's actually going to be 8 events this year over 5 days. Right? And the first one is October 2nd, which will be Wednesday night. And then we have events that go through to Sunday the 6th. The mega event is Saturday, October 5th.
So 8 events over, did you say 5 days?
Yes.
Wow. That's a pretty full schedule in and of itself.
Yeah, it's not quite 2 a day, but it's
No.
close.
Mhm.
Well, you got to take it easy on the last day because people are plumb tuckered out.
Oh yes, yeah, and the funny thing that we're starting at the end here, but the Sunday event, we get up, we have coffee and donuts. Everybody comes to say their goodbyes, and they've been having so much fun they don't want to leave, and we sort of have to, eventually shoo them out the door or threaten them that they have to help tear down everything because we have to get to work and have the park completely torn down and back in the warehouse before dark, so the crew can go home. And back on the crew, they're from all over. We've got a few crew members here in Rome, but we have crew members coming from seven
states.
7 states now. Yeah,
Wow.
I think the most distant would be
Missouri.
Yeah, we have Brent and Christy. B and C Early is their geocaching name, but they come from Missouri.
Wow. That's impressive that you're
Mhm.
getting regular crew members from a couple of states away. That says a lot about you and the events that you throw. So
Mhm.
before we get too much into inflating your heads and your hat doesn't fit anymore, Jim, we do have some questions via email. The first one comes from the 4 Hamricks. They want to know, will we have the opportunity to purchase the other t-shirts and bandanas from ship crews besides our own?
Okay, I guess we should preface his question. He's asking about the cruise. This year, you get to, as you come to Rome to be part of Going Caching 2019, you're coming in as a pirate, and you will right now on our website be able to register onto a ship. So we have 7 ships that you can choose from.
Wow.
Yeah, and each one of them is captained by a captain whose name begins with the letter C. So we have the 7 C's.
Walk, walk, walk. Yeah.
And what Roger's referring to in that question is that when you purchase one of the registration packages, each one of those is containing a bandana, which will have your unique Jolly Roger to your ship printed on it. And there's also unique colors. And so to answer that question, we have kicked around the idea of actually putting in the store a complete set of bandanas where you could have one that represented each ship, and then any extras will be available at the event. The t-shirts, though, will not be unique to each ship. Been there, done that. And that was organizational nightmare, having different color shirts for different groups. So we're going to go with one design on one color shirt for the event shirt. But there is another unique set of things. We're doing beads this year. And
Think Mardi Gras type beads,
Okay.
with
their
a
Jolly
pendant,
Roger
yeah.
will be on the pendant part of the Mardi Gras bead. And those ones will be unique to each ship. And
Interesting.
right. And those I think we will have available as a
Yes.
set as well.
Okay. Now, in the past, I think we've had you on for, I don't know, has it been 4 or 5 years?
It's been forever.
Forever.
We always look forward to it.
Yeah. I remember one year when you broke people up into 4 houses. They could choose one of 4 houses. Was that right? The kind of the
I think it was Seven
Yeah,
Kingdoms.
we have Seven Kingdoms. That was
Oh, was it 7? Oh, so it was that. Okay.
2015. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Seven's a good number. Yes.
I was thinking you hadn't gone to 7 before, and that's what I was trying to work up to.
Right.
Well, Rome is actually built on the 7 hills. So 7's always a good number here in Rome.
Sensing a theme here.
Right.
Okay. So breaking people into groups of 7, or into 7 groups, I should say, is nothing new. You've done this in the past.
We did it once before, and that was 2015, and that's when we were the medieval Renaissance. You know, we broke them into 7 kingdoms. You know.
Okay.
And of course, the swag from this event is quite memorable as well, and one of the things people look forward to. What are some of the cool things that you do have slated for the event that you can talk about?
Well, I think we've mentioned the beads and the bandanas. And this year, if you have a geopup or other little fur baby, maybe cat or whatever, but we have pet bandanas you can actually get in your crew colors as well.
Nice.
Let me jump in there and say about pets. Rome, Georgia is one of the most pet-friendly towns that you can come across. We have stores up and down Broad Street have decals in the windows saying "Pets Welcome."
Paws permitted.
Yeah. And they'll put doggy bowls of water out for your pets at the restaurants and things. So anyway, we're just I think we're very progressive toward pets here, and so that's why we decided to do the pet bandana. So bring your family pet, and he or she is welcome in most all venues. We don't. There's certain municipal buildings. For instance, the Wednesday night package pickup. They don't allow pets inside, but you know, most the park and hiking trails and Barnsley Resort loves pets. So do bring your pet.
Wow. That is really cool. That adds a whole new element that I hadn't thought of before. Nice.
But
I love that. Yeah. And it's a great
pause
place.
approach.
I'm sure it's a great place to walk around with the puppies. I kind of was thinking about that the last time I was there, and how crazy our puppy would have been with all of the cashers around.
Oh yeah, there's lots of puppies get crazy around all the cashiers.
But what else? What other things we have?
I was trying to think. In the top level package, the captain's package, there's a few extra trackables. We're doing a mini coin set this year, little doubloons.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, and we're doing a pub crawl this year that'll have a special trackable with it. We're doing a really cool bag. But I think I'm most excited, about the beads and bandanas. So.
Well, and of course, every year you've got the puzzle T-shirt before the event.
That's
and
right.
Judging from the chat, those have gone out, and people are starting to get them now.
Yes. They're being that's the front. The puzzle's on the back, which we're not going to show.
Right, and the shirt, the puzzle shirt this year is fun because it comes with another element. When you order the shirt, you will also get a map, and you need the map to solve the shirt, and you need the shirt to solve the map, and the two pieces work together.
Interesting. Now, you talked about different packages. Before we get going too far, where can people go and look at this? If they're interested, they're driving down the freeway right now and traffic stopped. They're going to pull out their phone and they're going to go and register right there in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah, it's very easy. Just go to goingcaching.com. That's all one word, Going Caching, and that takes you to our website. There's a link to the store. There's a frequently asked question page that no one seems to read. And we also have some information on where to stay, both camping and lodging. And if you're interested in being a sponsor, there's sponsor information as well.
And also the cash page and also all the related events all have links off everything too.
Right. You can also just go to geocaching.com, and it's GC82VHK. And that's the mega event page. And it's got links to all the side events as well.
Okay, nice.
And I know a question that a lot of us, including myself, because I can't go again this year, are asking is, can we get the stuff shipped to us? Or do we have to actually go?
No, you can have your package shipped to you. We won't ship it till after the event. But if you order online, all you have to do is email. There's a contact email off of the website, and just say, hey, I just bought my package, but I'd like it shipped to me. And we will figure out what your postage is, and you pay that, and then we'll ship it after the event.
Awesome. Now back to the puzzle t-shirt though. Anthem Rose asked if the puzzle t-shirt requires a team to solve all the stages.
The short answer there is no. I know of one person who worked on a shirt, solved it by themselves, and then later got up a team, to participate. But one person is fine. When we first came up with the puzzle T-shirt in 2013, we didn't envision that it would grow so much and that people would team up, which we think is great. That's a bonus. But I love puzzles, and I could just imagine myself with my shirt late at night. Andy's already gone to bed and me working on it. So the original thought was, it was an individual thing, but no, we love it that groups, it doesn't matter how big, team up, have fun with it. There is a cache waiting for you. You can't come find it early. The puzzle is always designed that there's one missing piece that you're looking for, and that is revealed Saturday morning at the start of Going Caching, the mega event. And you know what you're looking for, and most everyone else, well, I'd say, in fact, everyone else would have no clue. They haven't solved the shirt. They don't know that this particular thing means anything or where to be or whatever. But you solve the shirt, you know what you're looking for Saturday morning, you find that, and then it's off to the races to find the cache. And the first to find prize is $100. And
Wow.
then we'll bring you up on stage Saturday afternoon and let everybody cheer and scream and hand you a $100 bill.
And it's really bragging rights.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice. Okay, so we've got beads and bandanas. We've got t-shirts. I know one of the things you guys always get into is trackables. Do we have a themed coin or anything like that this year? I mean, I'm just guessing.
we do. And this year's overall theme for Going Caching is message in a bottle. So this year's coin is a bottle, which will have a message in it and a cork. So, and that's all I'm going to give away.
Right. I have to say, our Geo coins, the official coin, is always a game piece. Now, you don't have to buy anything to come and have a lot of fun at Going Caching, but we do the trading card puzzle each year. And if everyone listening or most people are familiar with the trading cards, you get these, they're like baseball cards. And you get your card made, and we'll send you 100 or 200. And then you trade with different geocachers. But there's also, we have packs of cards, and these are random cards, like has 10 geocachers in there, and each pack has a piece of a puzzle. Of course, this year, pirates, maps, things like that. So you'll go off on this adventure with the trading card puzzle, and the coin is a coin is required in that. You're going to have to use your coin we do this every year, but the coin plays into the trading card puzzle, which then leads you to our escape rooms that we do. So you go have fun with the puzzle, get the information you need, come back. You'll go to the gatekeeper, and then actually be able to. This year, our ship in 2011, the one I mentioned, the crazy hat and everything. The ship we call the Black Barnacle. And we weren't good enough for the black pearl, so we were the black barnacle. And years later, I found out that, and it could have been subliminal, but the black barnacle, I thought I'd made that up. But the black barnacle was actually the pirate ship of the Sea Hag on the old Popeye cartoons.
Really?
So, yes, which I watched as a kid and didn't. That went somewhere deep in my brain, and I thought I invented it. But again, like I said, we steal wherever we can. So anyway, the ship is the black barnacle, and the escape is escape from the black barnacle. So you're going to be led aboard the ship into the bowels of the thing, and you're going to have to figure out how to get out.
Yeah,
And the coin is used in that activity.
So cool.
And that's going to be your escape room for the year.
Yes.
Yeah. And those are so much fun just on their own. So you've got the geocaching, the events, and the escape room. You know, how can you not want to go to this?
Mhm.
I know, and we haven't even told you about the flash mob, which is one of the things I'm like most excited about.
Well, that's always inventive. Let's you already teased it, so let's go and talk about that.
Okay, good. I was hoping you would say that. Well, it's Pirates on Parade, and we are going to meet downtown in the town green, and all the pirates are going to get with their crews. Their captain and first mate will be there to lead them. We have the police will be blocking off Broad Street, which is our main street downtown. We have the Roman chariots, also known as pirate ship floats, that we're decorating this year. Everybody, we're going to have beads to give away. The public is going to be invited. And we have a drum corps to lead off the parade. So anyways, this is going to be geocaching pirates marching down Broad Street. We're going to get to City Hall, and then the mayor is going to do a proclamation that it's geocaching week in Rome, Georgia. And then we're all cheering, and then that's the end of Flash Mob.
Wow. So, okay, you're closing down a street. The mayor's making a proclamation. Thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of geocachers, okay, I may have exaggerated, are going to be walking down Broad Street. There's no way to hide that this is happening in the city. What does the city feel about going caching, invading Rome, Georgia each and every year?
Well, that's a funny thing. They love it. The first year we came to Rome was 2014. And we went to some of our friends, the business owners and things, and we told them, hey, we're bringing our, they knew a little bit about the weird game, geocaching. You're over there with your head in the bushes, right? And so we said, we're bringing a bunch of people to Rome, and they're going, oh, okay, yeah, okay. And we want you to participate. And they're going, well, we're always kind of busy, on Saturday and stuff. Well, the next year it's like, hey, we want to play, what can we do this year, right? And it's just grown and grown. So they're all excited. And last year we did haunted mysteries, ghost stories and things. And they all, the town really got behind that. I don't think the town knows what they're in store for this year, because with pirates and, geocachers, they get behind something 110%. When we talk about pillaging and looting and marauding and plundering, I don't think the town quite, we're a little bit nervous. I mean, you don't know, the genie's out of the bottle here, and you don't know what's going to happen. So, but no, they're very excited. They can't wait for everyone to get here. They think geocachers are the nicest people in the world. So please don't let us down.
Oh, they are the nicest people.
Oh, they are. Yes,
they are. Everybody that we know in Rome. It's almost like geocachers become celebrities that week in Rome, because people that have just know that the geocachers there will come up to them and they're in a restaurant or see them walking on the street and go, are you a geocacher? and then they want to know, where are you from? And we have a business that always wants us to do something in there just so they can give people water and snacks, because they think geocachers need to be well nourished and well watered. And so it's kind of a cool thing. And then I feel like it's very reciprocal. I feel like the geocachers then love Rome. So kind of dig it.
Yeah, we live in a kind of a crazy place, but it's really a lot of fun. And we just walking Broad Street during the summer, like Andy and I we'll go to lunch somewhere, and I might have my phone out, and who knows, I could be playing Ingress or reading emails or whatever, and people will come, oh, are y'all geocaching? You know, it's, yeah, well, yes, we are.
Nice. Well, that's so great to have the involvement of the city and its citizens to say, yeah, we want you. We love you. Come and visit. So that makes it so much more exciting for all the geocachers.
Oh, right.
No.
And for the path tag collectors too, the girls up at the visitor center have now told the city that they have to have a path tag themselves, so that geocachers come in and they have something to trade with them for their path tags. They don't really even know what path tags are, but they know that they want one and that they're going to trade and get a whole bunch of them. And if you go up there, they have a huge collection that they've gotten over the last few years.
Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. I love it.
Nice. I love that geocachers are spreading their culture through the city of Rome, that they have to go, that the city has to go get their own path tag in order to keep up. Don't you have a set of path tags this year, as well as this incredibly and somewhat mysterious geocoin that you're not willing to tell us much about?
It's a bottle.
With a message. Yeah.
And a cork. So, yes, there are actually a set of 7 official path tags. And each one of those will have the Jolly Roger of that unique ship. Right. And you can, well, in your package, you'll get a set of 7 that are yours, that you can trade and collect a set. But we also have a complete set available for sale if you just don't want to do the trading. But it kind of felt like it's kind of like doubloons, like the pirates have their currency in each crew that they might want to share with the other crews. So.
Nice.
Well, speaking of purchasing, let's get back to a question from Shaved Ewok, who I think still has one of the best names in geocaching. Can a couple that gets the double patron package be on different pirate crews?
That presents some problems for us. We always hate to say no, but in this case, yeah, we'd really rather not. Like the what we're referring to here is we have a co-captain package. And so there's a reduced price for 2 people. You get all of the twice the benefits, right? Twice or double everything in the package. And but you get 1 parking permit, and which we talk about that in a second. But so it is a patron purchase. We greatly appreciate it. You're helping sponsor a lot of great stuff at Going Caching. But it is a good deal. You know, it's high value as well, and we would rather both people in that package, the co-captains in that case, be on the same crew. It would just help us logistically tremendously.
On a side note, do you recommend couples or families split up into different crews, though?
I don't know
I'm
why.
seeing a lot of spies.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think there's an advantage at
right.
all to splitting up. I think the advantage would be to stay together on the same.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you can. I mean, if that's, you know, as pirates say, if that's what floats your boat.
But if you want to march, yeah.
give me a beat.
I got it. Sorry.
Thank you.
But if you want to march in the parade together, you know, things like that, competing together, I think you'd want to be on the same.
Yeah, but if you choose not to, that's perfectly fine. We can talk a little bit about the competing, and that might help people make up their minds. It's not a real strong competition. We are keeping points. It'll be things like which crews have the most people at a particular event. What we'll do, we'll have logs. So there won't be 1 log at, say, the flash mob. We'll have 7 different logs. And then that way we'll have a semi-accurate count of how many this crew attended these events. As we work on the challenge, which is Friday morning, it goes through Saturday, but there's the Friday morning event. There'll be a point system there. How many caches? How far did you go and complete? The different challenges and things. And really, it's only bragging rights. We'll announce the which crew prevailed, and then we'll have the 7 different Jolly Rogers. We're actually having flags, and at the Saturday night dance party, we'll hoist the winning crew flag, higher than the rest. And so really it's just to have some fun, and again, bragging rights.
Nice.
That answered a bunch of the questions from Coon and Bud, Gold Bug Girl, and TWH Writer. But I think that question was a little different. If everyone's divided up into crews, will we have to cache together as a crew, or will all our points be combined somehow? So I think she's just asking, by being in different crews.
Question.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
No, I think I get it.
Yes.
That's a great question, actually. No, you do not have to cache together. These will be, it's total points for your crew, but they're individually earned, I guess we'll say. So you can go off with your whatever challenge or activity you're participating in, finding caches, whatever, and that can be individual. That doesn't, and it will be tallied individually. So it's not it does not require a group to participate or earn points.
Okay.
Which also addressed one of the Wascally Rapid questions.
Oh.
That Wascally Wabbit.
Wascally Rabbit. See, now we're just burning through the questions, which is kind of good because we're over half an hour already. Canis Minor, as a first-time attendee, what can I do to prepare and get the most out of the event? With all that's planned, I'm feeling a bit intimidated.
Well, the number one thing that I think even veterans of going caching, like Daryl, you could probably give some advice here too, is read everything, pay attention to everything. Like read the cache pages, read any materials that are given to you, pay attention to the program. There's lots of stuff in there. And also team up with somebody who's been before. I know that I can't think of anybody that's been to one or more other going cachings that would not stop and help a newbie.
Well, in my big advice, make sure you go to that very first event and talk with several of the cachers there. Almost everyone was more than willing to take some time to show you the ropes. Yeah, and that kind of sets the theme for you for the rest of the events.
Yeah, we have people that a lot of cachers that are traveling alone or just as couples that are coming from all over, but they have a group of friends that they've made at going caching and make their plans to hook back up again to do everything together. So it's kind of like a homecoming reunion thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we made lots of friends just literally walking down the street. Yeah, it's one of those events. Hey, you want to go and find these caches together or work on these labs or whatever? Yeah, it's great because you get to run out and meet a whole bunch of other caching teams.
Exactly.
Nice. And that leads into something that Anthem Rose write. What suggestions do you have for a solo cacher who's attending from out of state and not part of any local crews or returning visiting teams? The best way to experience or enjoy going caching. I think you answered a bit of that.
Yeah, again, Daryl had a great point. If you can get here, the Wednesday night event is the probably the one and only truly laid back event. That's our package pickup. We have most of the crew will be there, and that's a large event for a Wednesday night. When going caching mega event starts Saturday, we have a huge crowd Wednesday. So, but it's really a meet and greet. Truly, you pick up your stuff that you buy in the store, or just come if you didn't buy anything. Come anyway, and just hang out. You'll see people trading cards. Everybody is glad to see, like Andy said, glad to see friends they only see at Going Caching, and a lot of good people just look for folks. I don't want to say strangers, but folks that obviously maybe haven't been here before, or just are looking to start up a conversation. And who knows, you may meet a new best friend.
If nothing else, go find somebody else with your same pirate colors.
Oh, right. Exactly.
Well, exactly. And there's also another game we do, the
matey match. There's a button included with your registration. One of our crew members, I Hunt for Fun, she's an avid button maker, but she will take these designs that we give her and she makes buttons, and there's only like a couple, 2 or 3 people that match out of all the buttons. And if you find your match,
each button has, I think, 3 other matching buttons.
Right.
So there's 4 alike in each different categories.
Right. And if you find your match, you get to go to the Wheel of Fun and spin it, and whatever it lands on, you both win that prize. So it's gosh, it's been a tradition to do these buttons year after year, and it's really funny because there's always items on there. Last year it was like purple skull pipe. There's
people will be calling out these things
that are designs on their
looking for their match,
button.
And that again, it's just a great icebreaker, and it just hooks at least 2 people up, and they become hopefully geocaching buds during going caching. And there's other people enjoy being like a clearinghouse, like, I don't know how they do it, but I think they run a little notebook or something, and they'll have, I know who has your button. You need to get with this person.
Yeah,
They
you
probably
need to
count
go
cards
check
and
their
things.
button. Yeah,
Right.
I think Sean did a little bit of that last year.
Yeah.
Sonny and Sandy's son.
Yeah, right.
He had this phenomenal memory, and it was like the match game for him. He'd see somebody and say, "Oh, I just saw somebody with that," and he'd go find them and hook them up.
Nice. David in the chat says, "I never found my button buddy last year. Hope to have better luck this year."
and Bounce says that you need to have some puzzle box tables at the package pickup event. Wink, wink.
Ah.
Okay.
You need to look at some of these bounce puzzle boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
We would be totally game for that.
Exactly. Yeah, we're excited about Bounce coming this year. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a couple of times the trading cards. That, when I went, was a big part of the game. Not as big as some years, but maybe bigger than other years. So I would also suggest do the card trading at the event and get lots of packs of cards. Does that still kind of mesh with what's happening this year?
It does. That's good advice, and people do take advantage of that. Jim was talking about the packs earlier. Each one of those packs has a piece of a puzzle in it that you need. And then you can trade for other pieces. And then also randomly, you may come up on a coupon where you win a prize. We give away several $100s in prizes just on those trading card packs.
Yeah, not every pack has a coupon, but we mix them in, and that's like an instant win golden ticket kind of thing. But yeah, trading cards are a ton of fun. Those again, you can go to goingcaching.com and click on the cash card button, and it explains all of how that works. And they make a really cool thing to leave in geocaches. We went out to Seattle one year at the block party. Went up to what's the oldest in I think it was Oregon. Anyway, we opened up the can. It was an ammo can, and there was going caching cards in there. It was like we were amazed, that some folks had left their cards. But and there's we also went to Mingo, and it was like stuffed full of these, and they're kind of like calling cards. It's got your picture on the front, whatever information, your stats or whatever you want on the back of it.
And there's a tracking number, so they're discoverable,
They're
kind of like
discoverable.
your decal on your car.
Right.
And the cutoff to have one made for yourself is the 1st of August. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't done it, it's worth getting one made for yourself, and you can get 100 or 200 sent to you and start spreading them around as well.
Yeah, they make great calling cards. There were several people that had theirs at Geo Woodstock. And they were able, when they met people, to say, "Here, this is me," and handed them out. And we'll mention Jeremy, Brian, and Signal have been a part of our collection every year. They participated in the very first year, and they've done it every year since. So,
speaking of, we're very honored this year to have Brian. His will attended. One of the founders and president of geocaching. So Brian is coming this year.
And I have to say, our official lackey, that we know there's more additional lackeys coming, but our official lackey is Sean Boots. And he's one of our favorite guys at HQ. And he was a lackey back in 2013. And I know everybody on the crew hit it off with him. And we've remained friends. And we're super excited to have him back this year.
Nice. Keeping on the lackeys, Coon and Bud ask, any idea of how many lackeys are attending on their own dime? Meaning not traveling with geocaching.com?
That's something they don't really share with us. Maybe if they may personally share if you meet them or whatever.
We know of we have four right now.
That are coming.
Yeah. And Sean is promising more.
Yeah.
He's beating the drum. We just want to leave enough at headquarters to keep the servers running. So,
we had 9. Yeah, there were 9 that attended last year, and actually, and some of them now have attended more than once.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, we do have several questions about the lab caches. Coon and Bud, Shaved Ewok, and Brad Elridge all asked how many lab caches there were going to be, and then Brad also wanted to know if there's plans to use technology again.
Well, that is a really good question that we don't have a clear answer to. We are looking at what we can do. As you, if you were here last year, we used some. I was very proud of the lab caches that used the AR stuff, the augmented reality. One of the crew members, Asgaroth, did these crazy little videos, and of course, it was the Haunted Mysteries was our theme, and so Andy and her team made these crazy tombstones. So when you use the HP Reveal app and got the tombstone just right, it played the video that was very entertaining, and then it gave you the keyword to log. Now, this year, HQ is, we're using the, I forgot what they call it, Lab Adventure app. And we're having to learn quickly on that. But I think we'll have some fun stuff. I just can't say, and it's not that we're holding back. I just can't say what it is that we're going to settle on. But as far as numbers,
probably 20.
We'll probably get allotted 20. Hopefully, we want them all to be good. So if we can come up with 20 good ones, I'll say 20. If whatever happens, if it turns out just to be 10, well, we think we can promise it'll be 10 really good ones. So.
Nice. I much prefer quality over quantity.
Yeah, we do. We do too.
Nice. Well, there's one more question. We've covered some of it. The Trents asks, are there going to be any other side events other than the pub crawl in their parts of Georgia?
All right, I can run down the side events real quick. We touched on the Wednesday night, the package pickup, and then Thursday, we're actually going to have an event out at Barnsley Resort. Last year, it was just an activity. But Barnsley had so much fun with the geocachers that they wanted to do more this year. So we said, well, let's hold an event. So they're going to be open. They'll have specials in their beer garden, and we'll have a package pickup out there, all new caches on the trails to do. And so that'll be on Thursday. And then Thursday night is the Flash Mob Parade. Now the pub crawl is going to happen right after the flash mob. The Roman chariots, aka our pirate ship floats, will take geocachers that are doing the pub crawl, and they're going to go around. We have 6 stops. And then Friday, we have the Mayhem Adventure Plunder Challenge kickoff on Friday morning. And then you want to tell them about Friday night?
Yeah,
This is one of our favorites.
Friday night, of course, one of my favorite things I always say. But we will come to the park. I think it starts at 6:30. Is it right?
6.
Oh, 6 o'clock. Excuse me, 6 o'clock, and we'll have all the vendors set up and everything, so you can come and find that elusive geocache container you've been looking for. We'll also have some food trucks, food tents. Get dinner if you want. If you don't, I mean, there's some great restaurants down on Broad Street. That's not far away. It's actually semi-walking distance if you don't mind walking off that
The Riverwalk.
frozen yogurt. But anyway, but we will have food in the park if you want. And then at 8 o'clock, we start the stage play, which I mentioned earlier. But this year, it will be highly entertaining, I promise. And particularly when we fall off the stage, that always gets them. But the stage this year is going to actually be a pirate ship. So we've got a zany bunch of pirates. We're going to, for the few folks that were way back in going coastal in 2011, we're going to have some inside jokes and things that went on, and just tell a great tale of the 7 pirate crews and the misadventures of the Black Barnacle.
And then Saturday night, the side event for that is Club Scallywag, and that's going to be a pirate costume ball, dancing. We have a DJ. It's going to be in the arena of the Forum, which is a great place to hold a big giant pirate party.
Nice.
And then Sunday morning is the heave ho, off you go, our farewell event. So
Giving them the old heave ho.
That's right. Yep.
Either leave or help clean up. That's your choice.
It works every time. Yeah.
Wow, you guys do a lot of work, and we realize we see your 2 faces. We know there's a bunch more back behind you to support you, but thank you to you and your entire crew for all the work that you put in each and every year.
well, thank you. It's our pleasure.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much, and you're absolutely right. It takes a ton of people to put this thing on every year, and it's always a mystery. Why in the heck do they keep coming back? But
They are the best group of cachers anywhere. And in fact, a lot of times it's kind of funny that Jim and I actually, we have a lot of ideas and kickoff stuff. They have this way of making a lot of what we come up with so much better. It's extremely synergistic a lot of the time. And it's definitely a group collective.
it is, and the real miracle is that they know that they're so talented in their own fields. They can take the most zany idea that you think, why am I even, bringing this to the surface, because we probably can't do it. They'll find a way, and like Andy said, and not only make it happen, but turn it into something that's far above what we thought, could be possible.
Right. And then now we've even, a lot of them have been recruited into being in the show. They're actors. They've become characters that are part of all our side events. And you had asked earlier, Chris, about special swag, and I almost forgot. We do have a very special piece of swag this year. It's a tradition in a Friday night show. We have had the most interesting geocacher in the world as a segment. That is hilarious. Go to YouTube and watch some of those. But we are having a special coin made. That's the most interesting geocacher in the world coin. And he will tell you he doesn't always attend mega events, but when he does, it's going caching.
How very much fun. That's great. Now, you say the crew that's helping you are actually cachers, but do they have time to go out and do any actual caching? It sounds like this event takes a fair bit of time to plan.
Again, that is an excellent point you're making. The short answer again is not enough, and some years it's been no. I mean, literally, we have been working on stage to get the finishing touches on, and they some of the builders who are actors would have to go dust themselves off, jump in the costume, and hit their marks on during the play. This year we're working hard and early to try to alleviate some of that and allow the crew to go and have some fun, at least a little. But no, it's a lot of work. People, the crew has a running joke amongst themselves. They'll, if someone asks, well, how do I get on the crew? They'll say, well, that's your first mistake. It's almost like a secret society. And
we've added a couple of new crew members this year, and it's like, you got it. Okay, you sure you know what you're getting into, right? No,
it's like the mafia. There's no getting out.
Oh, in the chat we have GSM ×2 that wants to know: are there opportunities to volunteer?
I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, we do. There is the crew that does the basic part of it. But we do rely on, gosh, it's about 120 volunteers to also run and man everything else, helping with package pickup to some of our games, manning some of the stuff that, like the patron tent. And this year we're going to have a going cashing museum and the games. So there's a lot of, we need a lot of volunteers.
Docents for the museum, the parking.
Parking and things like that.
Back on, I mentioned earlier, and I wanted to run by that real quick. Yes, we do need volunteers, particularly for parking. But one of the things we do, we have plenty of free parking. It's a huge area. But with the patron packages, you get a parking pass, and it's not just an area. You get your parking spot. I mean, it has your number. Spot. So your spot is there anytime you so choose. So you could leave and go geocaching, and you can come back and your spot's there. So there's a lot of signage that has to be put out, and spaces marked off and things like that. So yes, we can use a lot of volunteers. Po-Ann, one of our crew members, is our chief of volunteers, and she does a fantastic job. A lot of work happens the week of going caching. And she's working all summer organizing volunteers so that they know where they're supposed to be at what time, and that all of our needs are filled.
And she writes every one of them a thank you note, or she has before.
Oh, and then you get a path
tag.
Yeah, you get a cool volunteer path tag. So if you want to come work really hard, and you get a path tag.
But we really, we really do appreciate all the volunteers. It takes a village to put on going caching.
And as big as the thing is getting, it's going to take more of a city now. Yeah.
So GSM ×2 follows up. So how does one volunteer? If you just show up there, who do you go see? How do you ask?
She, what we'll do is we'll give Po-Ann a list of all the jobs, the times, and how many people we're guessing they need. And then she'll put up a form. It'll like a link to our page on our Facebook page. We'll also make an announcement on the cache page. So if you've logged your will attend, you'll get that email. And then you can go use this form and sign up where you want. And you can also see other people. Oh, my buddy so-and-so is helping pick up garbage from 1 to 3. And we usually do all 2-hour shifts. So it's pretty easy. And you can sign up that way. And then when you get to the event that you're volunteering at, you can check in and get your assignment then.
So if I volunteer to pick up garbage, can I claim that as a CETO event and have an 8th event that day?
I wish. Yeah. That's one of those things, no CETOs on the day of a mega, but
you could eat any of the scraps.
Oh,
left over.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a plus there.
Oh, you took that in a direction I didn't expect.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
It's pretty
I
funny.
was
when-
trying to think of what's a perk of picking up the garbage. Well, let's see.
Now,
Yeah,
come work 2 hours in the hot sun. We'll give you a path tag.
That's right.
Nice.
It's going to be beautiful October weather this
Mhm.
year.
Yeah, right. Last year it was okay. We're no. I can't, people always ask when the weather. What's the weather going to be like? And in the FAQ, I always put it's going to be sunny in the low 70s. You know, yeah, right. We've had rain. We've had last year it was 90 something degrees. But we're due for a good. We're due for a good.
Yeah, it's going to be
A good
beautiful
weather.
this year.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'm
great.
extremely
Trust
confident.
us. Yeah.
We've
Nice.
touched on so much tonight, but is there anything that our questions haven't asked? Anything maybe that you want to reveal secret or previously secret, I should say?
Previously secret. I
Yes,
could do-
just between us and the
Right.
Nobody's
29
back
other
to
people,
point.
right?
It's just you and me.
we don't have to reveal
Go
all
ahead.
of it, but we could
Go.
say that we do have a couple of people that are captains of some of the crews. I won't say which ones that are special guests.
Yes. Yeah, we know who the crew captains are, but we're
Mhm.
not revealing that in its entirety. But go ahead.
But that's all.
Oh, you're not going to get too specific.
Not too specific. No, I'll just
Alright.
say that a couple of them
Well,
are
there's
special
a
guests.
couple that you might.
Oh, and people need to know. Get your registrations in because some of the
Mhm.
ships are filling up.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, we want them to be balanced as much as possible because you know how a ship is. You get too heavy on one
Yeah, you
side,
don't
it
wanna
begins to list. Right. So I'm manning the list.
That's right.
This is bad. But
Now-
yeah.
When you go to sign up, is there a way to know which ships need crew?
No. I'm not revealing that in the registration. And because like everything, there's some upside and some down. We want it to be pick the ship name, the colors or whatever you like. But at some point, as if one ship say gets lopsided, then we'll have to cut that off and let the other ships reach some kind of parity.
And it's been funny because some of the ships have spoken to people in ways I didn't think they would.
Now,
So-
you've got some very good ship names and captain names that if you pay attention, they all mean something.
Yes.
Right. And their Jolly Rogers all have a little bit which will help kind of identify as well.
Nice.
Awesome. I wish I could go this year and keep crossing my fingers that something will happen that it will just fall just so that the wife can actually get off of work because she's a teacher and can't take off that time of year.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna miss you. Chris, what about you?
It's still a very good possibility that I can be there. Now, I won't be able to attend with my wife either since she's also a teacher, but I'm going to do what I can to get out there this year.
Awesome. Yeah. Can't
Very
wait.
cool.
Yeah, definitely worth a trip for anyone who can. And thank you so much for joining us again. We look forward to having you back about other topics as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we love being on your show.
We do.
Oh,
We enjoy this.
talk
and
about
Adventures
everything.
with Dan is spoiled. He only lives 20 minutes away, so he doesn't even need the hotel.
Yeah.
And he has spare rooms, right?
Yeah, I was
Dan, I'm going to
say,
stay with you. I've already,
Dan, make sure to,
I got dibs.
thanks again. It's always a pleasure, though.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Folks, next week, you're not going to want to miss out. We're doing one of my favorite shows. And I think Daryl does it just for me, but you get to benefit. Next week is a randomized show. So send in any topics you want to talk about because we do a bunch of little topics just for you. Until then, check out the Cashmaniacs website at cashmaniacs.com for more on the Geo Gearheads, including show notes for this and all of our episodes. We love hearing from our listeners. So leave us feedback by emailing, I lost my spot there, by emailing geogearheads@cashmaniacs.com or through the many channels of social media. Please consider becoming a patron through the link on our website to support the Cashmaniac shows. Geo Gearheads is produced by Chris Umfenauer and Daryl Wattenberg. The show's copyright 2019 by Daryl Wattenberg. All rights reserved.
Cash with the Cashmaniac.